welcome back. Today I'm going to try to attempt to do my second Halloween tutorial. It's about 11 in the morning. I attempted it last night and boy, fail. It just wasn't working for me, so I'm feeling a little... I'm going to try again, because if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? So this is going to be kind of like a sweet demon, candy demon, sugar fiend, a candy killer. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet, but I kind of want it to be like Candylicious and still a killer at the same damn time, you know what I mean? I'm pulling up some inspiration from a couple of artists. I wanted to do this like ice cream drippy forehead, which I just saw Desi do, like shout out to Desi, she's killing it with the Halloween tutorials. But my original inspiration came from Thomas Halliburton. I love him, he's like my favorite boy in makeup. If you don't know who he is, here is his Instagram, follow him. He is so beautiful, he's so talented, and he's such a sweetheart. So I originally saw his ice cream boy and I loved the drip on his face, and that's what inspired this look. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and yeah, I'm gonna try to do better than I did last night. So wish me luck. And you know we need some music because keep some 90s music going. Okay, to start things off, I have already primed and moisturized, and I'm going to use a little bit of spray foundation today just to even out my skin tone, and then we're moving right on to our ice cream drip. So for it, I'm going to start with the Makeup Forever Flash palette. I'm going to use this like light blue turquoise color, and I'm just going to map out how I want my drippage happening. I just wanted to show you how sloth-like I move when I do these tutorials. But don't stress yourself out over this. As you can see, I'm going in and just kind of adding to certain spots. So just kind of freehand it, do a little bit of drippage going on. Like I said, I just go back and change it up if I don't like how it looks. Just be careful when you're doing it because you don't want to get confused. Like this is me getting confused. You can just see it all over my face. Like, wait, what am I doing here? So if you mess up, just fill it in with blue cream color. Then I'm going in with this Anastasia cream color. It's kind of the same color, but it just isn't as creamy, so it's not going to move around as much as the Makeup Forever. But I'm still going to set this with a light blue eyeshadow anyways. And I'm going to just use the BH Cosmetics. I think this is like a 120 palette. I'm not sure which edition, but it has tons of colors, and I'm just going to set my eye with that. I also added a little bit of white eyeshadow in there to the center of the lid. Then we're going to go back into the BH Cosmetics palette, and we're going to pick up just a combo of like some darker blue colors, and we're going to add this to our crease. And I'm just going to keep going back and intensifying the color until I get it how I want. And then I added some white eyeshadow to the lid and also to my brow bone. And we're back to filling in our drippage on our forehead. So I'm just, again, using the Makeup Forever Flash palette. I'm just using a combo now of the white and the turquoise to give it kind of a little bit of a gradient effect. And then I will set it with some eyeshadows. Then I'm taking some of that white face paint. It's not face paint, it's just cream color from the Flash palette. And I'm just highlighting certain points on my drippage where I feel like the highlights would hit. And then I'll go in with some darker blue eyeshadows, again from the BH palette, and just add where shadows should be. Now I'm casting shadows on the actual blue paint, and then we'll go in a second. And then add brown to the like hollow areas. Well, they're not really hollow. I'm really so great at explaining these things, but this is what I'm talking about right here. I'm just casting little shadows with some brown eyeshadow, so it gives it a more 3D effect. Then I'm going in with real sprinkles. Yes, real sprinkles, and I'm going to adhere these to my brows with a little bit of lash glue. It came off kind of easily. You just had to use some like cleansing oil to really get in there and get the lash glue out, but it's the only way I could make them stick, and I really wanted sprinkled eyebrows. And next, I'm going back in with the white, and I'm just going to create a white line just as a helpful guide because I'm going to try to make it look like my face is rotting, peeling away. So I'm just mapping out where I want the blood and the black and everything to go below this line. Again, this is just a guide for myself. And then we're going to start working on our other eye. Finally, I'm taking that blue cream color again from Anastasia and then blending it out with some light blue eyeshadow and then adding the fuchsia color from the Flash palette as well. I honestly cannot live without the Flash palette during Halloween time. It's just too good. good. So I'm just going to kind of stipple that out on the inner corners of my eye and the outer corners, and then blend it together to create kind of this like little purple tone, giving it like a cotton candy eye effect. And then I'm also going to sprinkle my other eyebrow. Hello. Okay, then I'm going in with just liquid liner and creating like cracks in my face. What I'm trying to make is cracks, so I'm just like squiggling my brush around. I just find using the eyeliner brush, it gives you a little more control, well for me personally, than using an actual brush. And then I'm just going to fill that all in with some cream paint just to give it like a casting shadow effect. And then we're going in with the blood. Fresh scab blood is my favorite. It's not runny, it stays where you put it, and I like that it's kind of like chunky, so you can give like a lot of texture to the skin, as well as adding like the bloody, gory effect of blood. I just like the chunkiness it gives off. I don't really like that word chunky though. And then for a little more goriness, I'm just going to take some real gumballs and I'm going to chop them in half and lash glue those to my forehead as well. I just went with 3. I thought they kind of gave the appearance of like being wart-like, or I don't know, maybe just stuck in her skin. I don't know what, but I just liked how they looked. So I'm just going to add a little more scab blood around that. Really get that in there so it gives it a lot of texture around the gumballs. Then I'm stippling on some purple face paint as well as some green face paint just to kind of give that more rotty, bruised decay look. And I'm adding some yellow in there as well. And don't worry, we're going to go back over all the black cracks again with eyeliner because I was just too lazy to go around them. So I just went right over them. I'm also going to use a really light hand and take some blue and purple shadows to create little veins on my face. And then we're going to throw on some wing liner and lashes. Okay, so since you guys know I wing these looks, I wasn't really sure what I was doing. So at first I was like, hey, let me have a red neck. And then I wasn't satisfied with the red neck. I wanted a red drippy neck. So to do this, you just want to make sure your paint is really watery. Push your brush up against your neck and voila, you have drippage. And then I was like, no, we need some black because scary, right? This is what's going through my head. And then I threw some sprinkles in there. It looks like, I'm not really sure what was going on there, but I threw some sprinkles in. And then I was like, no, we need blue drips. But the blue drips weren't enough, so we went with pink. And then I was like, this looks like cotton candy. Let's just blend it all together. So I got rid of the red completely. And then I added more pink drips. And because that just wasn't enough for me, I stippled on some black cream paint. And then I went back to my splatter technique and splattered some pink paint on me. And then finished it off with some spray blood. And that's how we ended up with this neck. Yeah, welcome to my brain. Moving on to lips, I'm going to start with the Anastasia liquid lip in Unicorn, and then I added like these like white lines and I wasn't feeling it, so I just started adding in some blue eyeshadow, and it kind of gave it this little purple effect, and I was like, oh, I like this lip, so I added in some blue cream, the same for my little drip on our head, and then a little more liquid lip to get these like cotton candy looking lips, and then I'm going to go ahead and use, oh wait, I'm going to do my sprinkled here, and again, I'm just adhering this with eyelash glue, and then we're going to drip on some Demon blood. I just got this from the Halloween store. It's darker than regular blood, and I like that it was like in a little drippy container. It just made it a lot easier. I'm also going to put some running down the center of my lip, but it didn't do what I wanted it to do, so I just added red. So once your lips are complete, this look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed Sugarfiend the Candy Killer. I don't have anything else to tell you guys except I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.